Okay, Danny, you are uh, you engaged one ghoul, and a second one is coming at you. Uh,
Yeah.
what do you do?
I shillelagh that guy as well.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Which one are you talking? The second one who's coming at you, or the first one that you engaged?
The first one is closer, and he's damaged me already. So I'm gonna go for the first one actually.
Perfect. Go ahead and roll a hack and slash.
Okay. Plus strength. For me, a strength is a minus. That's a hot five, Devon.
Oof.
Oh,
Oof.
Hey,
Okay.
take an XP.
Yeah, take an XP. Thank you.
Oh yeah,
Thank you,
thank you.
Folly. Um,
Hmm.
yeah.
okay. You obviously, I'm not going to allow you to take any damage, or I'm not going to allow you to deal any damage. Um, yeah, I think that the two ghouls just kind of gang up on you, and you're kind of just hard pressed. And I think you're just going to take the full damage that they can do, and go ahead and take 8 points of damage minus your armor.
Oh boy. Okay. Cool. Cool.
Uh,
This is where I thrive. You know.
yeah, yeah. You need some pressure. You know, you're like a diamond. You don't really shine until
Yeah.
there's a lot of pressure.
I was just warming up. Now I'm warmed up. Get
Yeah,
ready.
it's gonna start to happen. Um, cool. Harvey, Betty,
Mm-hmm.
and Folly. There is an undead, or no, a fully dead, beheaded ghoul in front of you, and you are witnessing a fleeing ghoul as it exits the village. You
Mm-hmm.
see Danny ahead of you, engaged with two ghouls. Danny is clearly, at the moment, overwhelmed. Um,
Unacceptable.
if someone, I don't want to pick whoever wants to go first. What do you guys
I would
do?
like to drive them off immediately.
Um, yeah. How far away are we from Danny?
I would say with based on the like Dungeon World range rules, I would say you are close reach near. You're near. You're within bow or crossbow range.
Fool.
Okay,
How tall are
I'm
you?
gonna st I'm 6 feet tall.
No, foolhardy.
Oh,
Oh, I didn't come up with a specific number, but like I'm a halfling. I think
yeah,
I'm tall for like shorter than you. Shorter than you, but
Cool.
taller than Danny.
Excellent.
Mhm.
Thank you. Continue, Betty.
Um, I am gonna just start. I'm gonna take the dead body that's on top of me, throw it to the side, and then just like reach for my crossbow, and I'm gonna just start firing at these guys to try to like up into to try to like continue doing damage while Harvey bum rushes them.
cool. That sounds like a volley to me. So go ahead and roll for volley.
Okay, and cool. And I'm gonna like Blue, sick him, and I'm just gonna like sick Blue on him to try to get that little bonus
Yeah, I think that that's totally
going
fair.
in.
Um, dogs are quick, so I think they can make. Oh,
I got snake eyes.
Oh,
oh,
So even with a +3,
oh man.
that's still
There's
yeah, that's
basic.
still
There's.
only a 5.
Mm.
Oh, yeah. Okay, for sure. Okay, I know what happens. You you loose a bolt at
Mm-hmm.
uh at the two ghouls attacking Danny.
Mm-hmm.
It almost hits that second ghoul that approached Danny, and uh, it's so close that it caught its attention, and it locked sights on Blue, and it disengaged with Danny and started going after Blue. Um, and I think it has Blue pinned down. So as a result, the next time that you try to use command, you cannot. Blue is
Okay.
engaged, and you can't use command on the next time you try to do something.
Groovy.
Folly or Harvey? It sounded like Harvey. I think you wanted to do something.
Yeah. I think. I'm gonna talk to Folly first. Folly, what did you do to the other one?
I'm just like, I like take like a momentary break from like murmuring like, you know, whatever weird prayers my my kind of drip has under my breath, and I'm like, I prayed at it, and I just kind of go back to, you know.
May I pick up Folly while they pray and carry them towards Danni?
I don't think I resist. No.
You're treating Folly like a literal cross. Like,
The power of my coworker compels me.
We need to get information now, right now, this moment. Betty, get over here.
okay, guys. I have a plan. And one of us
Absolutely.
is going to feel some kind of way about it. And another one of us is going to feel the opposite way about it. You know, in movies when people are in a dark cave and then they're surrounded by glowing eyes and then they light a torch and they see a bunch of like creatures, but then the creatures are all afraid of fire, so they swing the torch wildly and the creatures all back away?
Yeah.
Yes.
What if instead of doing a formation where we protect Folly is the torch in this nest of ghouls, and we just swing our way to the ghoul mother with, by swing I mean swing Folly, and we all aid him in his move.
I like that idea. I'm gonna grab Folly while looking at Danni. That's a fantastic idea, Folly. I'm gonna like open my fucking dragon helm. I like you as a friend, and then I'm just gonna pull you close and put my shield right in front of you.
It's important to clarify before you pull someone close.
I do think that distracts Folly momentarily. Like, you see me as a friend?
That's perfect. Cool. So are you guys, just to be clear, are you guys making your way towards the staircase up to the platform where the ghoul mother is residing?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I want to stand next to Harvey and Folly, but with my shillelagh, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So you all are kind of like surrounding. Well, one of Harvey is obviously carrying Folly.
I'm not actually carrying this time. It's just like we're real tight. I have my shield.
Oh, okay. That's
I
even.
have my shield arm wrapped.
Yes. Okay.
Around Folly.
That's even.
Kind of walking together.
That's even better. I love it. Okay, cool. So you guys are making your way towards the platform. Folly, you're continuously casting or turn undead. So I'm gonna let you keep that for now. It's keeping the surrounding ghouls as they approach kind of at bay. I feel like instead of like actually turning them, it's almost like a barrier in a way. They kind of feel that energy and they're kind of like hesitant to approach you any closer beyond the range of what like that spell can do.
That makes sense.
And you guys are walking up. Before you guys get up or get to the staircase, the ghoul mother is going to vomit some nastiness at you.
Of course.
Yeah. What do you guys do as the ghoul mother kind of vomits at you? I don't want to just deal damage. I feel like you have an opportunity to deal with the projectile vomit that is heading your way.
I would like
can I
to.
defend?
I would like to set a precedent now that my main focus is protecting Foolhardy.
Okay. Cool.
Mhm.
So it sounds like Harvey, you'll need to roll a defend, and it sounds like you, Danny, also want to roll a defend. but tell me how you are defending your party or what you're defending.
Before they do that, is it possible for me to shoot it out of the sky?
You can shoot at it. Yes. You right now, before you guys get to the platform, you guys do have a view of it. But as you guys get closer to the staircase, the angle at which you guys are approaching the platform and whatnot, you don't get a clear shot. So like this is kind of happening right before you guys get to the staircase, where you kind of will lose sight of the Ghoul Mother for a bit.
Yeah. Okay. Rolling to shoot it out of the sky. I got.
You're doing Folly, right?
I got an 11.
Oh shit! Okay, that's awesome. I think you just get to roll your damage. You have a clear shot. You're able to do exactly what you set out to do. Go ahead and tell me, roll your damage and tell me what it looks like.
That's a 6.
On the damage?
Is that enough damage? Is that enough damage to break up the like slime ball that's like flying at us?
No. Were you aiming? Hold on. Were you aiming at the slime ball or were you aiming at the Ghoul Mother?
I was aiming at the shit that was flying at us because I was trying to like hit it like a ski shooter.
Tight. Okay, cool. Now that I know that, yes, you are able to. Your bolt pierces the slime and the nastiness, the bulk of the nastiness that the Ghoul Mother was spewing at you, and you're able to offset its course, and it splatters harmlessly off to the side from you guys. Maybe Danni and Harvey, you get a little bit of vomit splatter on you, but it's maybe stings a little, but doesn't do any damage.
Oh hell yeah! Do I get to just keep that whole
splatter on me?
Yeah, I didn't think so. That's why I did.
I think Harvey should keep the roll because you're already guarding. This could be like This could be a preemptive defense roll since you're trying to defend.
You were rolling.
Folly.
You were rolling for defend, right, Harvey?
Yeah.
And you rolled a 7.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So and you get 1 hold, right?
Yeah.
What were you trying to do?
I mean, I guess now nothing.
Okay,
but
I think you should definitely keep that hold as long as your goal is defending your party. As soon as you that's not your goal. Like as soon as you start to engage another opponent or something, you'll lose the hold. But as long as you're defending your party, you can keep the hold and then use that as you please.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
Oh, I wanted to make a move. Are we doing turns?
I mean, if you wanted to do something, tell me what Danny's up to.
Yeah, I want to use my new ability, Think Talker, to become a rock that is halfling shaped and can move.
Ooh, interesting. Let me see the rules on that move. Because I don't know, because you're an inanimate object, right? You turn into an inanimate object. I don't know if you are able to move. You're the Thing Talker?
Oh yeah, it is, because it says Thing Talker forms can be exact copies or can be mobile, vaguely humanoid-shaped entities. But I'm a halfling, so not humanoid, halfling-oid-shaped.
Humanoid, or halflings are humanoid.
I'm not humanoid. I am just myself.
Humanoid is bipedal.
Humanoid wish they could be me.
Saying that all non-humans who look like humans are humanoid is human supremacy, and we don't vibe with that in this space.
Yeah, that's halfling erasure right there.
Yeah, I mean, the ghouls are humanoid, and they're definitely all on their legs and arms. They do not move on 2 legs.
No.
I have a question for a ruling.
Yeah.
Not that. Can Danni turn into a ghoul?
Are ghouls part of the wasteland?
Well, that's what's difficult. I can turn into a creature that's part of a wasteland. I can also turn into like a part of nature that's part of the with like inanimate natural objects. I don't think I can turn into a ghoul.
Okay.
Maybe,
I was just wondering.
maybe, however, I'll throw this out there. I think after this encounter, if you guys survive, I think I would allow you to turn into a ghoul. I think ghouls are part of a wasteland. And maybe after
Okay.
you kind of get a little bit more personal with this ghoul, you can kind of you'll be able to replicate that in the future.
But I have an ability called Studied Essence, so I might just have to spend time like meditating on what it means to be a ghoul.
Ooh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Cool. So you turn into kind of a rock. No, you turn into a halfling shaped rock,
Yes.
and you're kind of like waddling like as if you're made of stone.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I am
The
into
odd
that.
thing about this is it felt like a good thing to do, but I don't know if mechanically it has any advantages. I'm just a rock now that can move.
I think that has some advantages. I don't think you can take damage from certain things, or the damage will be significantly reduced if you're made out of stone.
Right, okay.
And we are fighting things whose main method of attack is fingernails. So
Yeah.
I don't know if
Exactly.
you ever tried to fuck up a rock with your fingernails, but it's hard.
Usually the rock wins.
Oh,
Sometimes as a little kid, I would dig with my hands, and that's just little rocks, and that would still fuck up my fingernail.
Yeah, I feel like the easiest way to rule it would be like a rock has like 5 armor.
Yeah, I mean,
well, actually,
I
I
don't-
was looking at Shapeshifter since this is like an extension of Shapeshifter, and it says like certain things will be harder to do to me in certain forms. Like you were saying, it might be harder to attack me.
Yeah.
But then you also tell me one or more moves that I can do in my new form. But I have to roll for it.
Yeah. I think
still haven't rolled.
it's hard to come up with it on the fly, obviously. But I think maybe we'll do it. Maybe if you think of something like in this form that you take, that you want to try and do something, we can talk about if it's like a move and it has different like ramifications.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And I got a 10 on that one, so I get 3 holds.
Woo!
Oh shit.
Oh.
Okay, cool. So you use shapeshifter,
Mhm.
and in combination with Thing Talker, and you turned into this halfling shaped statue rock, as you all of you climb up this wooden platform, this wooden staircase, making your way towards the Ghoul Mother. Before you can all get to the top of this platform, a ghoul kind of comes around the curve, and based off of Grubu's description of kind of the situation that you guys would be entering, this is definitely the Ghoul Mother's favored ghoul. He has more scars than the other ghouls. He's drooling a little bit more than the others, and he looks a bit tougher. He's a little bit beefier than the others. He lets out a wail, and who's in front of you guys? Like, who's in your formation? Who's up first? Because that's who they're
I
attacking.
pictured myself moving up front as I transformed.
In your stone form?
Yeah.
Cool. What do you do as this ghoul tries to kind of attack you and tackle you?
Yeah. I just want to try to tackle back. And I think my strength normally is a -1, but maybe for one of my moves in my rock form, I could use like tackle or something.
Yeah.
And then my strength is not a -1.
Let's see. Oh, yeah, I'll give you a +1 to your I'm gonna call this a hack and slash roll, but I'll give you a +1 since you're kind of in rock form. And as a bonus, it won't be able to deal any damage to you if you get a 7 to 9.
Sweet. Okay.
Yeah, so you can go ahead and roll hack and
Wait.
slash flat.
We should get some index cards for all your different forms, so that
I
you
know.
can write
I was just
write
thinking
each
that.
form.
I got a 10.
Dope. You didn't even need that extra bit. As the okay, so the way that I'm imagining it is this ghoul, who we described as a gimp last session, tries to come up on you and get at you and scratch at you, and he's like, "Oh, this is not what I was." He was expecting flesh, and his claws are just scraping against your stone body. And as he's trying to grapple you and bite at you and scratch at you, you get in a good I don't know. Are you trying to punch at him? Are you trying to kick at him?
I'm trying to tackle, literally like a linebacker, you know?
Yeah, cool. So as you
Keep
guys,
him off the quarterback.
that's awesome. Yeah.
That's
So
what
as you,
linebackers do, isn't it?
as you guys engage, he's expecting a flesh body, but you are clearly not a flesh body, and you're able to run into him, tackle him, and go ahead and roll your damage. You are nothing like he's ever seen before.
That's a hot one.
Oh,
Oh no. Okay.
Oh.
Your tackle is not as effective as you thought it would be against this this ghoul. So,
Can we just say, narratively, I'm not used to being a big boy, so I just naturally go for the knees, you know?
yeah, I mean, you tried your best, but your aim was off, and it did some damage, but not nearly as much as you were hoping for. The ghoul quickly recovers, and is still is kind of not worried about Danni. It realizes it can't do anything about Danni, and it's gonna come for you flesh bags. I don't know who. Yeah.
Instead of trying to do a hack and slash, could I make a defy danger roll to try to power through this guy by because inspired by Danni, I want to just knock this guy over the side of this spiral staircase and just charge up.
Ooh, okay. You're trying to knock him. You're trying to knock him off the platform.
Yeah, I think the way it would look would be
cool. I like the idea of it being a defy danger, because you're not trying to necessarily do damage. You're more trying to move this opponent. So go ahead and do.
I don't think we're high up enough to hurt him, but I'm hoping if we just knock him off. And this is the thing that I did in Breath of the Wild a bunch. It's just I knocked them off, and then they had to go back up.
And they'd have to climb back up the stairs, right? Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah. Okay, so then I have a question for you. Do you think that you're using your strength to power through this enemy, or are you using your constitution to endure this ghoul as it tries to attack you before you push it off?
I was gonna try to use strength because I was thinking I could send Bleu up next to Danni to bark at this thing and try to push at it, and then once Bleu gets it up at the edge, I'm gonna just stiff arm the guy.
Okay, great.
Over the side.
Then go ahead and roll a defy danger using strength.
All right, that is 11.
Phenomenal. You do what you set out to do. You and Bleu, and Danni even, work in a very coordinated effort. Bleu gets up in there, starts barking at it. It off-puts the ghoul, and it leaves an opening for Betty to come in there and knock it off this staircase that you guys are all fighting on.
I just slap Danni on the back good job, dear Danni. Fucking bitch! And I just fucking palm this guy right in the chest.
Oh yeah, he just takes it square in the chest, and he's his eyes go back, and his arms flail out, as it just like falls off this platform like a sack of potatoes. Cool. Your advance up the staircase is unimpeded. I imagine you guys are going to continue forward. As you guys reach the landing that the main hut, and the ghoul the ghoul mother are on. You see the ghoul mother turn at you. It lets out another one of those ear-piercing screeches. And it's getting ready to vomit on you some more. What do you do?
Wait, how close are we at this point?
You guys are. I would probably say within reach. But I kind of, I want to turn it to either Folly or Harvey. If you guys have anything that you should want to do.
I think I'm gonna unravel Folly.
Just kind of drop me.
And I'm gonna move as close to the ghoul mother as I can.
Okay. Yeah, I would say. Oh yeah, go for it.
I will say the kind of rules of the turn undead move is that aggression breaks the effects, and ghouls are able to act as normal. So I don't know if I should roll this again after our encounter with the guy.
Let's see. I'm gonna ask you to roll it one more time. I think you're going to let out another pulse of your spiritual energy that you're gaining from this spell. I think it was one thing to like fend off kind of the more basic ghouls, but this ghoul mother is a little bit stronger, and you need to like just like I don't know, power down and do another casting or another just like pulse of this spell.
Okay, yeah. Also, just like for flavor, I think like what I'm actually praying is, you know how like you have like the Hippocratic Oath. There's kind of a thing across a lot of different cultures where kind of like doctors will have this sort of like code of ethics about like a first do no harm, et cetera, et cetera. I think what Folly is muttering is like a version of this, but a version that is like but it has like a more like religious tone to it.
Cool. I love that.
Cool.
Go ahead and roll your turn undead spell.
Okay. Oh, buddy. Okay, well, that's a 6.
Phenomenal. That's exactly.
Wait. Nope. That is a 7, actually.
Ooh. Okay, that still works.
I can't do math.
Okay, could you tell me what the 7 to 9 options are then? For a turn undead.
So 7 to 9 it's not a spell, so it doesn't have the kind of the outcomes a spell does. It just says on a 7+, no undead may come within reach, but I don't daze, and it's basically like it's not going to cause an undead creature to flee. It just says that they can't come within reach of me specifically.
Okay.
But I think if you wanted to add like
no, I think that's
similar to one of the spell outcomes, that would be
no. I think that's totally fine. That works for me. Basically, you're able to maintain your kind of like your prayer that you've been doing this entire time. That's been fending off the ghouls that have been attacking you. But I feel like the power of this prayer that you're doing, it just isn't enough for this ghoul mother to be affected by it. Or like not affected enough to like daze it, which is what your goal was, and instead it kind of like takes a look at you and like snarls and is like, hey. It's basically disgusted with you, but it's not necessarily terrified of you, and it's let's see, I think it is going to. I think it's going to vomit at you. So go ahead
and... Be disgusted with us. She's been vomiting on us all day.
That I mean,
Would you say
that's disgusting, and it's not us?
Fantastic. I would like to expend my one hold.
Oh,
Since I haven't actually gotten to roll yet.
yes. Okay, perfect. I love it, Harvey. What are you trying to do?
We're gonna redirect.
Oh, we're gonna redirect. Okay. Dope. Let's see. What did I have for the Ghoul Mother? Okay. Tight. Gross. She's going to vomit on you, and you're gonna take 5 points of damage minus your armor.
2 points of damage.
Perfect. That's fine. But also, you're gonna be covered in Ghoul Mother vomit. And that may come into play later. But
Wait,
you are.
What does it smell like, Devon?
It smells like vomit, right? It smells like if a corpse vomited on you. It's gross.
Cool.
Yeah.
Smells just like home.
Yeah,
All right.
exactly. Danni is totally used to it. It's like, oh, Danni, like, oh, you're reminded of home almost.
Somebody's cooking.
Yeah.
May I now move in on this bitch?
Yes, please, Harvey. What would you like to do?
I want to try to aid him first, if that's cool.
Okay,
because
we'll see.
I don't want to.
I was just gonna say, let's see what Harvey does, and then tell me what you want to do to aid him.
How close can I get?
I mean, you guys are at the top of the platform. You can easily get within. Can
I get
within close range? I mean, I guess you could. Yeah, within close range. I think to get within touch range, it would be maybe a defy danger. Before that.
Okay, cool. I want to get in touch range.
Oh, would you say she was surprised by the religious chanting?
Yeah, I would say.
Okay.
It was like a mix of like disgust and like she wasn't expecting it, you know.
She was shocked.
Yes, she was shocked. I like that.
Okay. If I attack a surprised or defenseless enemy, I can make a called shot. So I want to try to shoot her in the head, which, if I succeed, will daze her enough that she does nothing for a few seconds and will give Harvey enough time to move into as much range as he needs.
Harvey, does that sound good to you?
That sounds fucking fantastic.
Great. Then go for that, Betty.
Okay, I'm going to have Bleu rush up with you. So they're also helping with the attack. Oh, that one's cocked. That's 5 plus 3, so it's 8. So yeah, on a 7 to 9, they do nothing but stand and drool for a few moments.
Perfect. Then I was gonna have you roll Defy Danger, Harvey, but because Betty was able to get basically, I'm gonna call it like a glancing blow on the Ghoul Mother. It dazed her, and you were able to get within whatever range you need to do whatever you're gonna do next.
Yeah. So my next move was, so she has a mouth, right?
A mouth?
A mouth.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I want to take the head of my flail and just shove it in her mouth. I am trying to clog the orifice with which she spews bile.
Oh, interesting.
That is my goal.
I have a question and/or suggestion. Would it be helpful if instead of your flail, you used me, a small rock person?
Someone throw me Danni.
I could just come to you.
Yeah, I think Danni is like we'll just have Danni coming up right behind you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna come up behind you and like tug on your shirt, and then be like, I could help if you wanted.
This is interesting.
Danny's just stone Kirby.
Okay, I don't know if I want this to be hack and slash or if I want this to be defy danger.
I have zero intention of dealing damage.
Then I'm gonna have it be defy danger. I don't know what it should be though. Um,
Can Danny make an aid roll before defy danger with like strength? Because technically he's powering through.
yeah, okay, yeah. I think it should be defy danger with strength. I think that's good. And yeah, I think Danny, you can roll aid or interfere.
Okay. 5.
Okay. So you don't get to you don't get any bonuses, Harvey.
Okay. I got a 9.
Okay, perfect. So I think what happens is you pick up Danny in their rock form, and you shove it into this nasty ass ghoul mother's mouth. But the ghoul mother, she's quite powerful, and she's going to be grinding down on Danny. And I think Danny, you're gonna take some damage. And she's just like chomping on you, trying to get you out of her mouth. And you're gonna take 5 points of damage minus your armor.
Okay. I have a question for afterwards. I take the damage, but could we say that maybe my second move in rock form is called like close ranks, where I literally turn into a stone and then I become harder to damage?
Ooh.
Like additional armor or something?
Sure. I'll do that. So you basically what'll happen is you lose your mobility and instead you gain extra like durability.
Yeah.
Is that cool?
Okay. Yeah. And then how does it affect my durability?
It'll be like it's kind of ambiguous. It'll probably be harder to deal damage to you. Maybe we'll give you some more armor, or it'll just do less damage to you, depending on what's attacking you.
Yeah.
You know, like even if a ghoul mother was biting on a big, just solid boulder, it would probably be less than like a humanoid shaped boulder, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
I just have visions of me like, I don't know, tumbling and then turning into a rock, and I don't know, it looks really cool in battle.
Yeah, I mean it's whatever what you guys are doing right now is super cool. You are right, Danny, right now. You are inside of the school mother's mouth. Because Harvey just placed you in there. Betty just shot a crossbow bolt at its face. And Folly has been praying to their god this whole time, which has been keeping all of the other ghouls away. You guys are handling the situation like fucking pros. It's super cool.
Go team!
The ghoul mother is distracted, desperately trying to get Danny out of its mouth. I would say it's open for attack. I'm gonna turn it back to Folly, since your praying hasn't been having much effect. If you want to do something else, you're open to do so.
Okay. Do I want to try doing something else?
Or you could try praying harder. I don't know.
I think what I'm gonna do, because Harvey isn't kind of like holding on to me anymore. I'm kind of gonna stumble towards the like top of the kind of like to where the like entrance of this like top platform is, and I kind of want to station myself there and prepare for any ghouls who might try approaching.
Okay. Then go ahead and roll a defend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Defend. What is that?
That
plus
is
con.
Plus con, yes.
Okay, which is nothing. Oh, and that's a 5.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Would it be possible, since Folly is attempting to defend while using their holy magic, to add their wisdom modifier instead of the con modifier. Even though that's not technically the rules as written, that is like the flavor of what's going on right now.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I don't think we. Yeah, I think that's fine. If you want to add your wisdom modifier, I don't know what your wisdom modifier is. So if that's enough to bump
Wisdom
it up,
modifier is +2, so it moves it to a 7. I guess we could also think of the roll as like a defy danger roll.
yeah, it sounded like you were trying to kind of like defend your position, and your location. So which is why I was going with the defend move.
Right.
But I think it's fair to have you do plus wisdom because of the way that you're going about defending that position, which is by maintaining your prayer.
Okay, so that's a 7. So that's barely a mixed success.
Perfect. That's that's all you need. So you'll get to hold.
The wording for wisdom on defy danger says that wisdom is related to mental fortitude, which makes sense, I think. Yeah.
Yes.
Not to do defy danger, just to say that like wisdom makes sense as like a thing that you would be able to defend with.
Yeah. No, I agree. And I think bending the rules in this way is totally fair. So we'll bump it up to a 7, which is a partial success, which means you get to hold 1. So the next time that you want to do something as you defend this location, you can choose one of those 4 options. Cool. So now we have this ghoul mother still struggling with Danni in her mouth. Betty, you aided in this kind of disruption of the ghoul mother's attack. What do you do?
I'm gonna turn to Harvey, and I'm gonna say, "Grubu said to cut the thing's head off at the neck there," and I'm gonna take my my short sword in its sheath, and I'm just gonna throw it to Harvey, and I'm gonna try to make an aid check.
Ooh, okay. Harvey, what are you trying to do?
I guess I'm gonna drop my flail and grab the short sword.
Okay. Are you gonna try and attack the ghoul mother?
Yeah.
Great. Go ahead and roll a hack and slash, and Betty, go ahead and roll an aid or interfere.
That was a 3, 4.
Okay, so you added the +1 from Betty's aid. Perfect. I know exactly what's gonna happen.
Take XP.
Take an XP, and then as you grab Betty's sword that she tossed at you, the ghoul mother is kind of like she's kind of freaking out right now because she's kind of choking. Her main way to attack is through her mouth, and she's kind of just flailing her arms around. You know this very well, Harvey. And she gets a glancing blow on you. Doesn't do any damage. Completely knocks the weapon out of your hand. You have no weapon right now in your hand. You are weaponless at the moment.
I don't normally ask to do this, but can I make another? Can I do another move?
Yeah, I think that's appropriate. The ghoul mother is freaking out. You're very close to the ghoul mother. If you don't do something, she is going to whack you for some damage or worse.
So Harvey is gonna, through his completely helmed face, look back at Betty and somehow give her a look of concern. Before opening it and grinning. I've been working on this one for a minute. And I'm gonna go ahead and roll. It's my con to conjure a weapon of pure flame.
Yes. That's so cool.
Plus my con. That was a 12.
Phenomenal. Very
Woo!
very successful. What happens on a 10 plus for that move?
10 plus. Let me pull it back up because it did not copy over to my character sheet well.
For sure. I can pull it up too, I suppose.
Oh, I have it right here. Okay. 10 plus. Choose one. Oh, I get to choose 2 tags.
Great.
I am gonna go with the +1 damage and the remove dangerous.
Phenomenal. What does your fire weapon look like?
Yeah, so what you're all gonna see is the unarmored arm. You're gonna see a ball of flame just start to form in my hand, and some spikes just start to poke out around my fingers before a flame wraps up my arm, and a small handle just kind of falls off my shoulder, and it just slides down into my hand.
Oh boy.
Damn, that's so cool. Dope. Now that you've conjured this badass weapon made of fire, what do? The Ghoul Mother is flailing in front of you. You are moments away from being attacked by this creature.
I think I'm gonna strike past her neck since I am at touch range. So I'm gonna aim for the ball to go past her neck and wrap around it.
Gross. Okay, phenomenal. I love it. This is gonna be so cool. Go ahead and roll hack and slash.
7.
Great. On a 7, I think for hack and slash you deal your damage, but the Ghoul Mother may also get an attack on you. So what damage do you deal?
I deal 8 damage.
Phenomenal.
Oh my goodness.
You get a great hit on her. She's immediately bloodied. There is some nasty, coagulated blood coming from the wound that you just dealt her.
And is my fire flail wrapped around her neck?
Oh yeah, absolutely. She's bleeding. You can see the blood kind of steaming as it oozes out of her neck. But as she as you do that to her, she is able to kind of swipe out at you and deal another 6 points minus your armor amount of damage.
Oh, that's fine. I'm okay with. Wait, on a 7, I don't have the option to deal an extra 1d6, right?
Correct.
Okay, cool. I was just double checking.
I'm pretty sure that's the case. Let me double check. That's
yeah,
correct.
I think it's only when you
10 plus.
10.
Cool. Okay.
Cool. So the Ghoul Mother is in a very bad place. She is looking worse for wear. Danni, you are within the maws of the Ghoul Mother. You are in your rock form. The Ghoul Mother is freaking out. It's hit Harvey for a small amount of damage. But you are still within the grasp of this Ghoul Mother's jaws. What do you do?
Yeah, I would like to stop using the close ranks move so that I turn back into a halfling shaped rock person.
Okay.
And then shimmy down Ghoul Mother's throat.
Okay. Nasty. Are you trying to change into something else as you go down the Ghoul Mother's throat, or are you just trying to obstruct its throat as you go down?
Once I get further down, I want to use close ranks again to turn back into a rock to kind of make the choking worse, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that does make sense. I'm gonna have you roll 2 two moves then, because I think one of them is a defy danger. Because as you transform back into your more flesh-like form, there's kind of a danger of getting bit by the Ghoul Mother, and then if you can succeed in that endeavor, you can roll a hack and slash to kind of like mess up this Ghoul Mother. Yeah, I think strength is appropriate.
10.
Oh, that is amazing. The Ghoul Mother freaking out entirely. It is not used to having things going into its mouth that it doesn't not want to be in its mouth. And so you're able to transform back into your fleshy form and wriggle your way deeper into its throat. I don't think you even need to roll to change into a new form. You wanted to change back into your rocky form again?
Yeah, I just wanted to use closed ranks again. So it's not really changing form as much as like using a move.
I'm sorry, say that again?
I wanted to use closed ranks again, so it's less like changing form and more just using a move in the same form.
Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah. Go ahead and do that. Does that require a roll to use that move?
Spend one hold to make a move.
Oh, nice. And I think you had 3 holds, so I think you still... I don't think you
I
have...
might be out of holds, actually.
I don't know. I would say this might be your last hold. So I'm gonna let you spend it, and then the next time you try and do something, you'll have to re-roll your transformation.
Right, because I turned into.
It's the third hold.
Yeah, I think it's your last one. Yeah.
Okay.
The first one was the move Rock Punch.
Right.
Very effective move.
Very effective.
So do I roll my hack and slash?
Yeah, I think go ahead and roll hack and slash, because now that you're within the throat of this Ghoul Mother, I think you can by blocking its air passage, you're kind of like dealing damage to it. So I think that's appropriate.
Sweet. Okay. Ooh, 5.
Oof. Okay.
Do I have a thing I can use to help my points? I forgot. Do we have inspiration? I do have 1 inspiration.
If you have a point of inspiration, you can roll 1 dice again, and take the highest of all 3 of the dices.
Okay. It was another 2, so it's the same. A 5.
Oh no. Okay.
It wasn't meant to be.
So what's gonna happen? Okay. What I think is gonna happen is you are dislodged from the Ghoul Mother. As you wriggle your way into its throat, it kind of like, you know when you have, not to be gross, when you have like a phlegm in your throat and like you finally like get it there and you can like finally get it out. I think that's kind of like what happens with you. You like kind of wriggle your way into a place where it can just like hawk you up, and it does exactly that. Yeah, super gross. It spits you out. You're kind of covered in the Ghoul Mother saliva. No damage, but you're no longer in that position that you once were, where you could be in that unique location. Yeah, the Ghoul Mother vomits you up or spits you out. But you're gross and kind of covered in saliva, and it lets out a screeching howl. Betty, what do you do as you see your comrade spit out by the Ghoul Mother?
I like look at Danni, and I look at the Ghoul Mother, and I say, "Well, there, Bleu, it's time to get up in there, dear." And then I was like, "This time I'm gonna let you grab it with your mouth, there, okay, Bleu?" And then me and Bleu are gonna rush up, and we're gonna do the same move as before. So while Harvey has the thing wrapped up in the fire mace by the neck, I'm gonna just rush over behind it and I'm gonna grab one leg, and Blue's gonna grab another leg, and we're gonna try to rip the thing's head off.
That's amazing. Go ahead and roll hack and slash.
Okay. So 7 plus 2, 9.
Dope. Go ahead and roll your damage, but it is going to have an opportunity to deal damage against you as well.
I only rolled a 2 on my damage dice.
Okay. You deal 2 damage. Oh man, where'd it go? Ghoul Mother. Okay. It's definitely looking real bad. But it's still able to. You haven't beheaded it yet. It's bleeding now from its neck due to Harvey's weapon wrapped around it. You, Betty, and Bleu dealing more damage to it. It's bleeding from all over the place. It's looking really distraught, but it's still kicking. Folly, I know that you are in defense of your position, but it doesn't look like anything is coming up the stairs at this point. Your comrades behind you are dealing with the Ghoul Mother, but are struggling. What do you do?
Yeah, I think I see Danni getting dislodged from this thing's throat, and I am gonna cast a spell. I'm gonna cast Magic Weapon, which would basically, if successful, gives me an additional 1d4 damage with a specific weapon, and that is that's 9.
Cool. What is the 7 to 9 option for Magic Weapon?
The 7 to 9 option is the same for any spell. A spell is cast, but choose one. I draw unwelcome attention. I take -1. I'm going to cast any other spells, or after it is cast, the spell is revoked by my deity.
Cool. I think we'll take that second option. You are putting all of your focus into this weapon, and the Ghoul Mother is taking all of your attention. And going forward, if you try to cast another spell while you're engaged with the Ghoul Mother, you're gonna take a -1. But go ahead then. Do you get to deal damage with your weapon, or is that just casting the weapon?
It's just casting the weapon. So it's basically is just giving a weapon I already have, which is my staff, an additional 1d4 damage. So I would have to roll hack and slash.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Then are you going to go ahead and attack the Ghoul Mother with your magically enhanced weapon?
Yeah, sure. I cast this spell as I turn around, like hearing Danni's rock body hit the floor. And I am going to kind of rush up on her and try to use my staff to kind of like stab her, like not like stab, but kind of like force it into her throat, just below where she's being held with this fire weapon that Harvey has.
Okay, that is amazing. Yeah, go ahead and roll hack and slash.
Okay. That is a 3. I'm gonna use a point of inspiration to re-roll one of these dice.
Yes, do it.
Oh, that's a 6, which brings my total up to an 8.
Yes. Okay. Cool. That is amazing.
I rolled a 1 at first time. I re-rolled the 1 to a 6. Okay.
Oh man, that's amazing. That's like the best case scenario.
Yeah. Totally.
Okay. Cool. So go ahead and roll your damage. But because you rolled an 8, you'll be also open to an attack from the Ghoul Mother.
Okay. So that is a d6. 2, and where is my d4? That's 3. It still is only 5 points of damage, but
amazing. You don't take any damage. Please describe how you killed the Ghoul Mother.
Oh my god! Wow. Yeah, so it's like I said, I'm kind of like trying to just shove this staff like into her throat below, where she's already like her throat's already damaged from Danni being in there. Her throat's already damaged from this fire weapon that is like wrapped around her neck. I think as I like thrust it up there, and I'm not sure what like angle this would be at, but I want to like thrust into her neck, and it like comes out of her mouth.
Oh, okay, cool.
That is
That's
like a weird angle.
That's amazing. Okay. I mean, I think that's totally fine. I think, yeah, I think you do exactly that. I think you get in the right position, you take your staff and you just jam it right up through the school mother's fleshy throat, and the staff punctures out, and you see it come out through its mouth, and you see, I mean, yeah, I think you see the light fade from this undead creature's eyes as it then slumps onto your staff, unresponsive and clearly not of this world any longer. You successfully killed the ghoul mother. Danni is covered in slime and saliva. Harvey lets the body fall. It's his flail still wrapped around this creature's neck, and I imagine Bleu and Betty kind of coming in to approach this creature. Bleu maybe like sniffing at it to inspect to make sure that it is for sure dead. And
I mean, I still got it by one leg. And
yeah,
I'm just sort of like standing there while like Blue is like doing that thing that dogs do to like a shoe with like the foot. Just
yeah, just kind of like yeah, exactly. Like it's making sure that this creature is no longer going to attack you guys. Okay. Basically as soon as the ghoul mother dies, you hear wails coming from the goblin hamlet, and as you look over to the huts beneath you, you see all of the ghouls who were maybe thinking about going up the stairs, who were coming outside of the huts, just disperse. They go in every which direction, clearly fleeing, since they no longer have a ghoul mother to protect them. They are uninterested in staying in this particular location. And you have successfully cleared the ghouls from the goblin camp or the goblin hamlet.